Hey guys, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, I want to give you guys an update for day 18 of this account, the new free-to-play account where we made Mikey like the star of the show because obviously Ninja Turtles are the thing. Then we used Desert Queen code to get to Hunruk, which meant for the first 7 days of this account, it was slow grinding with the Hunruk as our carry. But then we used the new download link, which gives us the Deacon, Tagoar, Vergis, and also the Anax. And in the last couple days, I think it's been about 2 days since I uploaded a video, we've made a bunch of progress, so I want to update you guys on everything that I've done so far and what I've been doing, because this is like a real ramp up stage for accounts. Like, and keep in mind, this like I know life this game, so this is not where you should be. Like the amount I refresh my arena with my 15-minute timer is absolutely ridiculous. So like I'm always here. You can see that we're just on the border of platinum. We go up and we go down. So I'm not saying this is a realistic expectation of where you guys need to be at this stage, but this stage of the game, when we look at the Arbiter missions, when you roll into finishing that third phase of it, you get a big influx of gems, as you can see here and stuff like that. And this is where I do start burning those. So I want to talk about the progression we've had. So first of all, if we take a look at the champions we are using, the main champions that we are using on this one are the Mikey, Hunruk, Anax, Deacon, Vergis, and Tagoar. That's pretty much everything that we've used. We don't really stray from these units. Now, Tagoar is not skilled up because I've been focusing on other things, whereas with a bunch of my other download links and starter codes, Tagoar is normally the first epic that I skill up, and if he is your first epic to skill up, I think that is perfectly reasonable. I skilled up Vergis first because I was using him to get some early progression in faction crypts, plus he's just an absolute beast when skilled up. Then I am gonna go do then I did Deacon. Deacon, all I wanted was 2 skill ups into this one, but it took me max skilling him to get that. And then I am going to do Anax. You can see I put 1 into Anax, 2 into Anax all over. I was going to do some skill ups because if we go over here to the tavern and I go upgrade skills, I've got 8 epic books and 3 legendary books. However, on the roadmap, we have just had this champion training, champion training event, which didn't include getting points for books. So I didn't do books there, and you can see I managed to get it just through leveling fodder. Now, on the map, on the player in play, it shows that we're going to have, I believe it's Thursday, a champion training tournament. And champion training tournaments give you points, at least historically, give you points for using books and stuff like that. So I am saving all of my star ups and everything like that for Thursday, when we are going to have the champ training tournament, so that I can get all those extra points from skilling up my champions. So that's kind of where we are at in terms of champions and skills. You can see my builds are still a little bit scuffed. They're not crazy, but I've just been using the best pieces I can from what I have. I'm going to do a whole video talking about acquiring gear and stuff like that in the future, but that's just kind of, you know, making do with what we have and the best we can accomplish. Now, Anax actually got this, dude, this one, the triple roll on a 4-star, dude, if that was a triple roll on a 5 or a 6-star, we'd be G'ing it with that piece. But I was pretty happy with that one when I was doing that. Now, let's go through the progression. As I mentioned, over here in the Arbiter missions, we have completed the 3rd phase. Now, this final phase, I may do a video talking about how I could push the Arbiter and probably get Arbiter in about 25 days on this account, but it would require me to go against what I'm doing, which is saving for the next, hopefully, path event, which I'm hoping will be Leonardo, to try and get this. I may even do like a mathing out of my theory on why I think I can get Leonardo. Let me know if you'd like to see that, because I think it would be a really cool thing to start free to play at this time of the Ninja Turtles collab with a fresh account, get Mikey, and then go ahead and pick up Leonardo. Obviously, I couldn't get Donatello unless I spent money to get him, because new accounts can do 10 sacreds to get Donatello guaranteed. However, obviously, free to play ain't going to be getting there. But I could go through my roadmap for that, because I really do think we do have a chance to complete a path. If the path does have, you know, shards plus something else, and the shard ratio is about like 15 to 20 sacreds, I think I could manage to do it. So we'll talk about that in a future video. But that is where we're at there. So now we get into these missions where we've got to do all the different dungeons. I've just done giants and dragons. I'm just finishing off my minotaurs, and then I've got to do Fire Knight and Spider. Now, if we go over here, you can see that, dude, honestly, this is the easiest account for Ice Golem that I've ever had to do stage 20. So instead of doing stage 14, obviously I just ran it up to stage 20. I wasn't going to try 21 because it's magic affinity and we're just going to get clapped. I'll wait till I got more masteries and better gear and stuff like that to even bother with that. But yeah, this team here, just easy claps it. It's not a stress. Often what you find is when you get the big DPS starter code, whether it be Supreme Gallic back in the day or Tholan Veilbeard, the struggle with Ice Golem is just dealing too much damage. But because Mikey is pretty steady on his damage, it's not like crazy bursty like with Tholen where you use his skill 2 and it like absolutely chunks the boss and you don't get time to recover. But that compared with the constant cleansing of Tahanrak's passive and then the added protection of the extra heals, and then we just got Anax in there because he's just there. It's just easier than having Deacon, because Deacon can sometimes, you know, shred his buffs with his extra turn and stuff like that. And this, it's slow runs. If you look at this one, what do? We did this in 10 minutes and 19 seconds, but like I did like, what was it, 6 runs of this because I did one stage, it clears up to here, and then I had to clear it 10 times. So I did like 6 double runs of this, and it was just absolutely easy clap. Once again, Golem is slow, but this team is just by far the best team I've ever had in progression for safely doing it. Other teams can do it quicker, but sometimes you run into that pickle of the Golem nuking you because you do too much damage. Then we went into Dragon's Lair. So you can see here, I did stage 20. It ended up being only 3 champions alive at the end and almost wiping on the single clear that I did because it is magic affinity. So I just jumped up into stage 21, and this was an absolute easy farm on stage 21 for Dragons. Once again, because our whole team is spirit, we go ahead and drop the Tagoar. You might think you don't have heals, you don't have, you know, all the good stuff. We've got 2 leech appliers, and even though the only one with a War Master Mastery at the moment is my Mikey, we also have Tahanrak's heals, and then we just have really strong protection. And this team, once again, just easily made it through. We've also got the AoE attack break. We've got 2 characters that can apply AoE attack break. And through the waves, what I've been finding is it's actually really not too bad, because Tahanrak uses her skill 3 first, and so does Mikey. Anax uses his skill 2 first without even doing any programming. And so what happens is Anax will use his skill 2 on a target, put the poisons on, and then Tahanrak will use her skill 2 on that target, maybe like possibly spread a poison, possibly not because she only does 2 random, and then Mikey will attack that same target and spread the poisons. So we actually essentially have really beefy AoE poisons with this team, which is actually quite amazing for clearing wave content. Absolutely love it. Working really, really well. So that was Dragons. Now the next thing we got to go into is doing Fire Knight. So I haven't pushed this past here. Stage 17 we should be able to do, because I've just been doing this daily, just doing single clears to get the quest done. I think 17 will be easy. 18 is probably going to be a struggle. 19 is going to be near impossible, and 20 is going to be a bit of a struggle. I do think that I may have to build like a Morag or an Armiger to like 5-star to get through this, because we just don't have the multi-hits and gauge manipulation that I've had on previous accounts. When we look at accounts where I did build Armiger, when I look at accounts where I had the Lightsworn in the last one with a triple hitter and gauge reduction, like it was just absolutely huge. So I think the Fire Knight is going to be an issue for me just in like a short-term sense where I might just have to build an extra 5-star to get through it. But I'll update you guys in the future on how that goes. And then obviously our big roadblock is going to be spiders. Spider is just going to be the bane of my existence on this account because I am not summoning. Once again, I am not summoning on this account because I want to try and get a Leonardo hopefully through a path event if he has one, or even a Raphael if it happens to be that. I want to save my summons to try and get another Ninja Turtle if they have another event, essentially is what I'm saying. So because of that, I haven't managed to pull myself a rare burning unit, and I am just hoping, crossing my fingers to get one from a mystery shard. I think since my last video, I got about 3 more rares. Unfortunately, none of them are those burners. I think there's about like 6 or 7 rare burners. Some of them are really nice with like single target guaranteed. Some of them are random hit, but no matter what it is, I only have, you can manually clear it for the final stage of, Arbiter missions, so you can manually clear stage 20 if you have to. If I had to, I'd just do a random hit, then target the spider that got the burn, spread them, and away we go. But unfortunately, we are just not hitting those rare burners from our mystery shards, and like as I mentioned earlier, I think I could push a 25-day Arbiter on this account based on where we're at and how many of the actual gold medals we have. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go ahead and pop my summons for it because I got another mission on this account. I'm not going to do it. So that's where we are currently at on the account. Doom Tower, dude, I just wish this day had like 5 hours left in it. We're only like an hour left in the day. I got Bommel down to about 10% health twice now. So this one's just a bit of an RNG fight. I think my Mikey will get it across the line. You know, Mikey just being able to evade hits, you know, sometimes he just gets across the line and gets so damn close. So I do think I will eventually get this Bommel. It's just going to take a lot of sit down time and playing this and retrying to hopefully get through it. Then we will go into the Scarab. And I think we might even get the Scarab done with the with the Vergis solo, but then I think the Griffin is where we are going to get absolutely bricked, no doubt on this one. So I think the Griffin will get bricked, and it doesn't really matter anyway. We got 4 days left on this one, so then we'll hit a fresh rotation. And dude, if we have the Ice Spider, that's going to suck on the next rotation. Then I'll have to build an Armager for his skill 2 to negate the revive. Otherwise, I'm just going to be hard stuck whenever I hit Spider, no matter the difficulty, because you either got to block revive or burn it. And yeah, I still don't have that burner. So the challenge of saving summons is actually kind of hurting me just a little on this account in that final progression. But that's kind of where we are at in everything. Faction wars have been absolutely dominating. The ability to swap gear around has been so damn huge in this one. You can see some of them we don't have crazy amounts of stars because you're just getting 1 stars all the way. But we are doing pretty decent in this star progression for what are we on day 18 of play. We've got, where are we? We're on 185 stars, which ain't too bad. If we go down here, 185, then we go in and we get some silver, and then we get an extra 150 energy. Energy is just such a vital resource, especially on a new account trying to progress as fast as you can. But then if we get through a bunch of these stars, then we start cooking. But that'll probably be, I want to say, a month away before we start getting into this type of territory. Got to build a bunch more units and stuff like that. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is I want to go through tournaments and stuff like that. So the tournaments we have is Classic Arena at the moment. Obviously, I'm grinding this thing, so we're winning that one pretty comfortably. We also have the Tag Arena, which, you know, I just focus on grinding this and using every attack that I can. You can see there's one guy getting really close to me, so we'll see if we can get top place in that. As long as I get top 2, I'm happy because those epic books are nice. And then also getting a bit of the Relentless gear is going to be huge for me. Dragon Tournament, I haven't participated except those few runs that I did. Champion Chase, this was a really nice one. So Champion Chase, because I had to fuse Relic Keeper at the end of the phase 3 of Arbiter missions, we actually got the achievement. We got the 750 points because we got, I can't remember how many we got for the Relic Keeper. It was 250, and then the rest of the points have just come through summoning on mystery shards and, you know, getting rare champions from campaign farming and stuff like that. So I was really happy with this one that we managed to get up there. Now, I did pop the extra souls that I got along the way, the Mortal Soul Stones, and we still got absolutely nothing besides... I was going to say, where does Donatello come from? That's from the event. Okay, so yeah, you can see we still have not even hit a legendary, even though the rates are 7.5%. So we really should have had a legendary by now, I feel like. But I mean, it is what it is. We will keep trucking at it and see how we go, because we've done what, 21. We've done, yeah, I think on odds we should have had one. That's that one. And that's pretty much all the tournaments that we've had so far that I'm going through. As for the events, I showed you guys earlier that we did clear through the champion training event, so we got that extra legendary book. Also, always really damn nice. Gear enhancement, I need to get another piece of gear that I actually want to upgrade, because you can see we're really close to it, but I don't want to just upgrade scrap gear because I want to do this. So, you know, we're a little bit short in silver, so I'm not going to be inefficient with my spending. I need to get a really good piece for me to warrant doing that. And, you know, there's only, what, 10 hours left. I thought I had one. I thought I had one when I was doing my Dragons runs, actually. If we go just new, you can see we got a 6-star Legendary Shield speed set. Unfortunately, if I move my head, had no speed sub. If that had a speed sub, dude, we were just going to go plus 16 that straight up for the points on the event, and also to see if we could get a fast piece. Unfortunately, though, we did get a little bit shafted on that one, and it didn't have the speed. But hey, can't complain when you're getting legendary speed sets this early on in the game. And then the final one is the Smart Fella event. I would love to get these Plarium points, which I think I will definitely do in the event nonetheless. This one, I think I've already got 2 of this one. Is that the one that gives you Veil? I think I've already got 2 of it. So I'm not too stressed about this. I just want to get these Plarium points so I can get more ag early. If I get the extra Soul Stone, nice. If I get the Chicken, nice. If I get the Ancient Shard. But I'm not going to go chasing this stuff. This is just... if I happen upon these things, I get them. I don't really care beyond that. I'm not going to go into like dragon tournaments and start pushing them to try and get it, because right now my focus is just progressing my account. The next thing I really want to do is obviously push through these Arbiter missions, because I got to do the Arcane Keep, and then I can do the Spirit Keep, because after daily reset, we do hit Spirit Day. And then after that, I think I'm going to probably focus in on Minotaurs for a bit, try and get my masteries on all my champions so that I can get better damage over in the clan boss, and then hopefully step into Nightmare, which would be really nice if I could start 3-4 keying Nightmare and having a chance at getting those Sacreds and, you know, more Voids, more Ancients, because that's how I want to go and try and get the Lair on this account. So that is pretty much the update on everything we're up to. Really, really loving this account. Honestly, even though it's not like the easiest playthrough, this has been my most enjoyable. It's probably because Mikey's been the main man, and, you know, Mikey's just cool as hell. So, that's where we're at. That is the account update for 18 days. I will keep you guys updated. I love rushing these accounts, but once again, this account is one that I am going to stick with long term, and I'm going to like really grind this one out for long term, see how quick I can get some of the other achievements in the game. And once again, we'll keep you guys updated. But as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.